capital they need to build up to get that pay-per-view, they can get that $50 in fucking January and be ready for March. You know, and then you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. It gives their people enough time to build up, have enough time to understand and take every detail in for 3 months as they get pumped and ready to go for that pay-per-view. You know, so I think some people were like, oh, this is stupid, it's never going to work. I'm like, I think this is fucking brilliant. 4 pay-per-views a year, I think that's insanely one of the best ideas I've heard for wrestling in a long time.
I've heard the reason they haven't, at least the other day when I was reading it, the reason they haven't released the name of the 4th pay-per-view is because it's something...
Hello? Did we lose you? I think we may have lost some guys. I'm going to call him back here. I want to know. It said something. Hold on. Trying to get the phone to work. We may have lost him. It's something and then nothing. What's this, babe?
That is that breakfast cash.
Metal Honky Industry.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hey, sorry, I guess I dropped you, man. Sorry about that.
You're good. Hold on, just a bottle of water, baby, fine. But, no, so you were saying it's something, what?
Oh, I know we were talking about. It's about Cody. It was supposed to be a WCW, an old WCW pay-per-view. I remember saying. You remember other than that?
Yeah, no, you were saying, we said all that, and then you said the unnamed pay-per-view. Did you know the name of it, or?
No, I still don't know. Because everything I keep seeing says yet to be named, and then everything else I'm reading is Cody. We already know there's a couple of them. He said there's a new one that has been added to the batch that was his dad's stuff, and that he was fighting for that now.
Well, top of the broadcast, I talked about a couple that he just got copyrighted, and Super Brawl was one of them. And then Bunkhouse Stampede was another. So
right, and those were both. Those were both. No, were they WCW or were they old AWA or any of that old back in the day?
Well, they were both WCW, but I believe that Dusty came up with both of them.
Right.
So
I would be interesting because if their 4th pay-per-view, it's got to be coming up. Is it going to be around Christmas?
Well, no, the next pay-per-view, from what I gather, is going to be in January.
First of the year. Okay.
Yeah. I think. I don't know for sure.
They need to go back. I was going to say, if they're having a Christmas one, man, they needed to do that, pull that one from ECW, that was it December to Dismember?
Yeah, but WWE actually has their shit up on that one.
Do they?
They won't find any ECW pay-per-views they can get their hands on like that.
Right, that would be cool, though.
It would be cool. But yeah, 4 pay-per-views a year, good idea. Really good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You know, especially, I not only because they're a new company, 4 pay-per-views a year would be good. I think you don't have it oversaturated. You give 90 days, that gives your writers more than enough time to come up with something decent and good for them. And it also gives you the time to work on your television product. You know, because you want to keep the television, like with WCW, when they did that shit, either your pay-per-view suffered or your TV suffered, one of the two. Because you were trying to do too much shit every month.
Yeah.
I think just doing it for a year, that gives you, okay, we got 3 months. Here's a couple ideas for this. Let's work on Wednesday night. Here's a couple ideas for this. Let's work on Wednesday night. They can manage that.
So I think this is going to be
now
really
that
good.
they got Russo there.
Oh, no. His name doesn't even get mentioned on this podcast for a reason.
Because he's the greatest wrestling promotion of all time.
Fucking scum. The man is fucking scum.
I don't know, man. I mean,
fucking scum.
WWE had their best years with,
WWE did have their best years with Vince Russo. But they were dated, and they were so dated that in just like a year or so after he left, he completely destroyed in another company. Like, within a 2.5 to 3 year span, he completely put WCW under.
He didn't. That was in the book. When we've talked about that, he didn't destroy that company. I know everybody... It was simply, he was trying, where Eric was smart enough to go and do everything opposite WWE, Vince tried to do everything WWE did. Because it is a known-to-work property. WWE's been around for years. That's going to work. But not with WCW fans because they wanted something different. Yeah.
And he's Vince Russo, and he's terrible. That's another reason, that would be another good fucking reason.
He's better than Dusty.
Oh, fuck you. Dusty was phenomenal, alright? Dusty was great. If Dusty had stayed booking WCW, they'd probably still be around today.
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, I think I posted that question to you a couple weeks ago. I was talking about writing into one of those, podcasts. If Vince hadn't gone behind the back of everybody and bought WCW, if it had gone to Eric, would they still be fighting today?
I think so. I think they'd still be fighting today.
I do. I think Eric had the correct vision for it.
The way that, when I listen to his podcast, because I'm not worried about name drop. I'm not really, fuck it, we're going to dance around this all night, but as far as Eric, when I listened to the episode that he had talked about that and brought it up, and and the plans that he had made, and the paperwork that had been drawn up, and the Volusia publishing that had been involved, and
right.
I think they had a very good plan. He wanted to take them off TV. He wanted to run them as a spot show and maybe some house shows for a while to build them back up, get them on TV again eventually, and then kind of take off where they were supposed to have been. And he had a lot of good ideas. He was going to use the youth. He was going to bring back a couple of the bigger contracts, but really focus on the newer generation. And there was a lot of good there. And if Vince hadn't undercut him, I think that I feel like WCW would be where Impact is today. Not in the sense that they'd be still horrible, but maybe in the sense that they are... Because right in this minute, Impact is getting better. And I think that...
I was getting ready to say, I haven't watched them in years.
Yeah.
But as I was scrolling through, I noticed on Dish, they got their own channel.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They have the Impact channel. And it plays like every episode they've ever done. And I'm like, well, shit, they must be doing...
They're doing something right.
Paying to see it.
I wish they'd fix their fucking streaming service, but they're doing something right.
I didn't even know they had a streaming service.
They do, and I tried to get it, and they have that free month or whatever. I tried to check it out, and I signed up and everything, and it just fucking was broken. The damn thing didn't work. I tried re-downloading it, tried restarting my phone, nothing. The fucking app sucked, and I started reading reviews of people saying the same thing.
Did you ever get the other app we were talking about?
Which one?
The Disney app.
No, I haven't got it. I don't have the cash for that right this minute.
Well, when you get off, don't. I got some shit for you.
Okay. But what was I gonna say next? Oh, I just think Vince Russo is drizzling shits. That's exactly what he is.
I'm starting to think the same. I was trying to entertain his podcast, Truth and Consequences. It's gone now.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think they only got like 15 episodes in, and then out of the blue, the guy that's doing it with him, he's good friends with Conrad. They're like best buddies. And he came out and he's like, let's go ahead and let everybody know this is going to be my last podcast. with Vince. I've had some stuff, I need to work on more with my job because he's a musical teacher. And he just went on and on about that and that and that. And then Vince tried to do it by himself, and Westwood One cut him.
No shit.
Yeah. So I hear he continues the show by himself with a different guest every week on Patreon. But I've heard the other guy talk about it, and he dances around it. They say, well, everybody wants to know why I quit with Vince. That's personal stuff, y'all. So nobody knows. But there was, if you can find them and go back and listen to them, there are a couple of episodes where Vince says something, about wrestling and this and that and this and that. And the other guy tells him, like, dude, I watched it. That's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? Calls him a fucking full-face liar right to his face. On more than one occasion. So I'm starting to think, whatever.
Well, it's just like Conrad with Eric. I mean, he calls his ass out anytime he gets a chance. Though I will say...
Yeah. And, Eric, the difference is, he'll call Eric, which it's been a while since he has, but when he does, you hear Eric laugh in the background. You know what I'm saying? And then 99% of the time, Eric takes the heat for it. It's like, you're right. This and that. Vince would stand, no, that's not the way it was. This is what happened. And the guy, no, this isn't what happened. I saw it. I watched it before we talked.
It's daylight, Eric. Daylight.
Yeah. That was an epic one. That was great.
That was fucking epic.
The sun was up.
It's fucking... I've listened to that episode a couple of times just for that part, because I just always crack. I think I'm going to download it again and listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no, it sucks too, because there was a time where I did believe Vince was one of the better bookers and everything, but this isn't just one guy talking shit about Vince Russo. This isn't two guys.
Right.
It's anybody and everybody who brings Vince Russo's name into an interview or to a shoot interview or anything. It's almost always negative. It's
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I know that it sounds like a conspiracy, but fuck, I mean, the more you look at it, the more you're like, was he sent over there on purpose? I mean, even if it was...
I've even heard your boy Cornette. I think I heard something about...
Oh, Jesus, Cornette and him don't get the fuck...
Yeah.
Oh, God. Next to Florida, Georgia, that's the biggest fucking rivalry in wrestling, man. That's...
Right?
I mean, I don't... It's just ridiculous, dude. But... Let's see. The final piece of news I had for the week, before I jump off here, was the new Universal title, Universal Championship. Have you said you were watching SmackDown? Have you seen the new title?
Again, like 4 minutes into it, I fell asleep.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Raw the other day. So they recently changed the strap to blue because it's on SmackDown now. And that's not what I'm talking about, but that was, a big thing. Oh.
Remind me, I know this is the last one, we got to talk about the WWE 2020 video game.
Okay, that's fine. And actually, I do have one other piece that I wanted to talk about, and we can talk about that after this. But, I'm trying to find it. There it is. But the new title that they've done, I don't know if you've seen this Bray Wyatt Fiend shit.
No.
You haven't seen this shit? Okay, this is going to be harder to...
The Bray Wyatt what?
Fiend shit. The Fiend, his mask and all that.
No, I don't think I have.
Holy fuck, you haven't seen this. Okay. So... Here recently, they've kind of been revamping Bray Wyatt with the, Pee-wee's Playhouse gimmick, and
nice.
He's doing these vignettes on Raw where he's in this playhouse, and he's got these talking puppets, and it's really demonic and creepy, actually, because he's playing it off like an actual TV show. Like, they're doing a lot of work there. But it just... Things that he says, the way he says some stuff, the way the characters come off, very fucked up, very demonic. And it has been, I can admit, one of the better things WWE's been doing for the last couple of weeks.